Mindfulness is present moment awareness, paying attention on purpose in the present moment, non judgmentally. Fully receive whatever is experienced, then let it go. All right. Now, today I'll talk about patience, about of mindfulness. Now, patience as an issue has been something that they've known about for a long time. That slide, if you looked at the text on the slide, it said patience is the companion of wisdom. That's from St. Augustine. So patience is one of Jon Kabat-Zinn's 7 attitudes that form a foundation for mindfulness. These attitudes are non-judging, patience, beginner's mind, trust, non-striving, acceptance, and letting go. Last week I discussed non-judging. This week it is patience. Patience is one of the core attributes of mindfulness and spiritual practice altogether. When we meditate regularly, we develop more patience with ourselves and with others and with the circumstances of our lives. We create more space around our experience. It's almost like we learn to infuse our life with the is almost like we infuse our life with mindful attention. Notice, experience, and then let go. What is the mindful attitude of patience? The mindful attitude of patience demonstrates that we understand and accept that things must unfold in their own time. A child may try to help a butterfly emerge by breaking open its chrysalis. This usually ends with the child in tears. An adult knows the butterfly can only emerge in its own time. Then the beauty of the butterfly can gladden your heart. The process cannot be hurried. In the same way, we cultivate a mindful attitude of patience towards our own minds and bodies. When practicing mindfulness attitudes, we intentionally remind ourselves that there's no need to be impatient with ourselves because we find the mind judging all the time or because we're tense or agitated or frightened, or because we've been practicing for some time and we don't yet see the results we wanted. With patience, we give ourselves room to have these experiences. Notice, experience, and then let go. When these experiences come up, we feel like they are our reality. They are a part of our life unfolding at this minute. So let's treat ourselves as well as we would treat the butterfly. Why rush through some moments to get to other, better one? After all, each one is your entire life at that moment. At its heart, patience is just allowing yourself to be with the moment instead of being plagued by thoughts of the past or imaginations of the future and the desires that these thoughts generate. When you practice the mindful attitude of patience, you are being with yourself in this patient way. You'll notice that one of the mind's favorite activities is to wander into the past and into the future and lose itself in this thinking. Some of the thoughts are pleasant, others are painful and anxiety producing. In either case, thinking itself exerts a strong pull on our attention. Sometimes this attention to our thoughts overwhelms our perceptions of the present moment. They cause us to lose our connection to the present. The attitude of patience can be particularly helpful when the mind is agitated. It can help us accept this wandering tendency of the mind while reminding us that we don't have to get caught up in its travels. Practicing a mindful attitude of patience reminds us that we don't have to fill up our moments with activity or with more thinking in order for them to be rich. In fact, it helps to remember that quite the opposite is true. To be patient is simply to be completely open to each moment, accepting it in its fullness, knowing that, like the butterfly, things can only unfold in their own time. The mindful attitude of patience is a form of wisdom. It demonstrates that we understand and accept the fact that sometimes things must unfold. Things only emerge in their own time, and that process cannot be hurried. Behind this patience is the sense that this moment is enough. I don't need more. A feeling of patience, though, of impatience, slight irritation, can be a doorway to becoming more aware of what's actually going on in your life. When you look into this impatience, you'll find messages that you may usually ignore. Messages about hurt, pain, anger, and disappointment. Messages about your desires. You can't open up to these messages and explore and unblock old painful areas unless you become aware of them. Impatience can be a doorway to this. Patience is impatience if we listen to its message. Impatience can also be a sign of your cravings, your desires. I want this and I want it now. This is driven by your deep desire to be happy. You can investigate yourself and ask yourself, will this make me happy? Happier than I am right now? You discover this way that this moment is where happiness always is. So you can be more patient and accepting of this moment instead of wanting something else. Now, I had a half a dog for a few years, a small white poodle named Rudy, owned by a friend who summered in Canada. We kept him so I say I had half a dog. He was one of my best teachers of patience. Finished the walk while he wanted to enjoy the sensory wonder. Finally, I realized that he had more wisdom than I did, and I slowed down too and started enjoying the moments. The flowers by the sidewalk became more beautiful, more lovely. He was right. By cultivating patience in ourselves, we are encouraging those around us to be more patient with themselves and their lives as well. An act of kindness to yourself and to others. Now we have a video, The Attitude of Patience by Jon Kabat-Zinn.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but a lot of times I find that I'm impatient to get to the next important thing happening, and so missing the present moment because of my impatience. So to actually intentionally cultivate patience and a kind of recognition that things unfold in their own way, and that in some profound way, things cannot be hurried. So when we're always rushing to get someplace else, the byproduct of that is that we're never where we actually are, which is a tremendous sadness and a tremendous loss. Sometimes we're impatient with other people, sometimes we're impatient at work, sometimes we're impatient to get things done. But this wisdom of patience is something that is also profoundly healing and restorative, and is akin to recognizing, as some children don't, when they, for instance, try to make the butterfly come out before its time from the chrysalis, that certain things can't be hurried, but things do unfold in their own time. So if we actually learn to be patient with ourselves, then we're inhabiting the present moment in ways that have great comfort and great profundity of both acceptance and wisdom associated with them.
Now we are going to go through a guided meditation on patience. Start by bringing your attention to your breath and finding comfort in the simple movement and feeling of your inhale and your exhale. Breathe in, feel the in-breath. Breathe out and feel the out breath. This brings you here and now. Your body might be asking for attention. Simply notice what your body is asking for and sit with it, feeling the urge to scratch or stretch, and your breath while you wait. Breathing out any discomforts when you inhale. Breathe in and feel the energy, and breathe out and feel the discomforts leave. Now see if you can recognize any thoughts you may be having. Thoughts telling you to do something, or thoughts reminding you of the tasks of the day. See if you can imagine these thoughts like clouds floating above you. You are here, separate from them. Choosing in this moment not to engage in their demands, but instead sitting here quietly, patiently, calmly, in the space of presentness and nothingness, just being. Focusing instead on your breath, feeling the breath coming in and the breath going out. Just watching the clouds go by, still and calm and peaceful. Let yourself feel the spaciousness, the power that comes from being still, the beauty of not reacting, the calm peace when you don't need to reach out to some activity. This is the power of patience. Now see if you can think of a recent moment when you were impatient. Perhaps it was a heated moment with a loved one or a friend, or out in public with a stranger, or in private with yourself. Just bring that scene to your mind and let any judgments or emotions that may accompany it float away like those clouds. As you see this moment, see if you can breathe that spaciousness into it with every breath out. covering it with love and compassion and patience every time you exhale. Now, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for all those times when you haven't been patient. And hold on to this feeling right now, this openness, this calmness, this lightness. You can call on this the next time you want more patience. Now return to your breathing and feel the in-breath, energy flowing through your body. And feel the out-breath, calm and patience flowing through your body. All right. And closing with a short chant. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Om, peace, peace, peace. All right. Comments or observations?
Well, I just want to observe that the recording of Jon Kabat-Zinn was on non-judgmental.
I know it was the wrong one. I made a mistake, and I'll put the right one in the video after. I just picked up the wrong link. I still liked it. I enjoyed it again.
It was good. Last time there was some problems with the internet, and this time we got it.
Right. Well, I think patiently we were supposed to listen to non-judgment.
Right, right.
And, you know, to me, they are inexorably twined.
Sure.
Because the judgment is this stuff that gets your mind going up and down.
That's right.
to me, the biggest thing with patience for myself is just learning to be happy with what I have now.
Hmm,
You
very
know,
good. Yeah.
that's why I think Rudy was such an important teacher.
Oh, the dog. Yes.
The dog, that's right.
Yeah. Yeah, I've learned that too from the dog. They like to smell. They don't want to walk, they just want to smell.
They just want to be in the moment.
Mhm.
And so, there we'll find if you're paying attention that many things can be your teacher. One of the ancient teachers said he had 24 gurus, the wind and the sea and the sunlight.
Hmm.
Anyway, good to see you, and I hope you wait patiently for the next week. And what I really hope is that you continue with good meditation. What I think is most important is not your experience while we are together, but it's your experience when you're sitting by yourself. That's where the real depth can be found. Anyway, namaste. See you next week, and so
Namaste.
good to see you.
Thank you.
Thank you.